Welcome, my friends, to a brand new Skyrim video. It has been far too long, by the gods, it has been far too long since we've made one of these. You know, I said I would stop with the Skyrim content, at least for a little while, you know, I wanted to wait until the Elder Scrolls 6 came out before I execute all my ideas for Skyrim and Elder Scrolls content that I have inside me. But my friends, let's just be honest, it's going to be years until the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, and it's not right to just pent up these ideas. You know, Skyrim content and Elder Scrolls content has always been, you know, the bread and butter of this channel. It was the first kind of content I ever uploaded on this channel. It brought in my now kind of main viewer base, which came from Life of a Peasant, Becoming High King, and, you know, gone are the times I've been neglecting this game. It's time to come back. I have so many ideas, and I want to ease back in slowly with this idea that I've had brewing for a little while now, which is Skyrim Life of a Vampire. Now, I chose this series to do because it's quite similar to other series that I've done, you know, Becoming High King and Life of a Peasant, and I think it's a good way for me to ease back into Skyrim content. It's not too out there from what I've done before. It's in my comfort zone, and this series will hopefully help me ease back into making Elder Scrolls and Skyrim content. And, you know, the announcement of the Elder Scrolls 6 and all the E3 goodies has just got my blood boiling and racing for making Skyrim content. I want to come back now, guys. I want to come back to Skyrim content. I'm so excited for the future of the Elder Scrolls, and that's why I'm back. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I am starting Skyrim Life of a Vampire. Now, you guys have probably already seen me play Skyrim Life of a Peasant, play Skyrim Becoming High King, and this is going to be a similar thing, although this time we're going to be being a vampire. And essentially the goals for this series are to infiltrate a town or city, live amongst the inhabitants, kind of build their trust, disguise myself as a human, as one of them, and then secretly, in the dead of night, I will feed myself and feed my vampiric tastes and grow my vampiric abilities, and maybe even do the Dawnguard questline and become like an ancient godly gargoyle vampire mega beast, which, you know, we might do. But for now, what I want to do is I want to start off as a vampire, start off in my vampire cave, go out into the world, infiltrate a town, become accepted as a towns member, get a house, and then, you know, in the dead of night, lockpick people's houses, sneak into their houses, and start feasting on them without them ever knowing I am the vampire in plain sight. So we should just start this now. Let's just jump right in. Of course, we're doing the alternate start mod, and the reason I'm using this mod is because it has a great start for a vampire. It is, where is it here? It is, I am a vampire in a secluded lair. So I think that's a great way to start. We don't actually have to catch vampirism. We can start out as a vampire in a vampire lair with other vampires in a vampire community, and then we can just go straight in, jump straight in from there, rather than having to be, you know, whacked by a vampire to get the vampire curse. So I'm a vampire in a secluded lair.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Beware the creatures of the night. Pretty ominous, but I am one of those creatures. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention my eyes. As you can see, I have an eye mod installed, which includes a pack of loads of different eyes, and these vampire kind of demon eyes are one of them that I thought looked cool. So we should you should use those. Anyway, let's activate bed. Ooh, see, I'm a vampire already. That hurt a lot. Okay, so here we are in our vampire lair. My vision's going a bit blurry. Oh my god, my eyes have changed. Okay, that's pretty awesome. That looks better than the other eyes, to be fair. So as you can see, that red kind of dust will happen in this series a few times. It basically means our vampire abilities need feeding. We've got a weak poison here. We've got, ooh, immortal blood. Okay, cool. So this is our vampire cave. It would appear that we're quite a low-level vampire compared to these dudes here. So we've got another vampire here. So these vampires aren't hostile. Let's take this mace as a weapon. These vampires aren't hostile, which I think is a great touch to this. Okay, am I just a thrall, am I? Please can you spare a scepter? I've got a beggar mod on, oops. So, okay, we're in a vampire cave with the other vampires, and it seems vampires are not hostile against us. Let's grab this as well. I like that touch. That's a nice touch, that we are actually non-hostile towards other vampires. Okay, I'm liking this. So we should just get situated in here. This is kind of our base of operations for now, I guess. We'll definitely infiltrate a town, but for now, this works. Let's just take all these gems and all these treasures, because we're going to need all the money we can get to blend in with the townspeople of wherever we go, so, you know, let's just get everything we can, to be honest. Okay, so this seems like a very basic cave, nothing special. I'll grab the steel sword. I want to keep my clothes, though, because I want to blend into a town, so I want to look as like a peasant as possible. So, no armor, but I'll definitely sell armor. There's no reason I can't make money and get myself a house in this game. Okay, so interesting stuff. Oh, there's some coins there. Let's grab that. Oh, more coins. Okay, so there's nothing much to this base. I guess this will work as a base of operations if we ever need to come back and hide with our vampire brethren, but let's explore The outside world. Okay, so our vampire lair is here. This is very secluded. Mara's Eye Den. It is a very basic den, that's for sure. It's very small, but it's well hidden, and we shall always remember this marker on the map, because this will be our... Okay, so it's outside of Windhelm. It's just here. Mara's Eye Pond, which will lead to this den. Okay, so we'll know where that is now for future reference. And it would seem that the closest town is Windhelm. I think we should infiltrate this town to begin with and live off the inhabitants. It's a cold place. It's a cold tundra town, so that's a good spot for a vampire to start a life, because the vampires don't really care about the cold. So yeah, I've got Frostful installed, but because I'm a vampire, the effects of hypothermia do not matter to me. So, you know, that's another perk of being a vampire, I guess, is that hypothermia doesn't do anything. And I'm very angry. Look at me, man. By the gods, look at me. I really hope I don't get attacked on sight. I should probably maybe raid someone's house and kill them before I go into the big city, because you can get killed on sight depending on whether or not you're a full-fledged vampire. You need to drink blood to blend in. So I think what we should do is find a secluded hut or kind of cabin with someone alone in the wild and kind of live off them and kill them and drink their blood before we infiltrate a town. So what we need to do is basically feed, and then we can disguise ourselves as a human by feeding on the flesh of human blood. So let's try. There's bandits up here. I don't know if I can attack those guys though. Oh, over there, look at that. A house over there. Yes, let's go in there. That will lead us to prey indeed. Yes. Okay, let's just crush these frigid waters. Oh crap. Okay, very nice, very nice. Now, as you can see by my health bar, vampires do have a bit more maximum health to start with, which is very nice, but of course we have the weakness to fire, which is a shame. But over here we should test our vampire abilities on these unsuspecting citizens before we infiltrate this town over here. So right now we're just a nobody. We're just, although I do look very, very ominous, but I'm hoping that they won't recognize me as a vampire. They might attack me on sight. This is just going to be a test. I kind of just want to sneak up on the townspeople. Okay, there's guards there. What I should do is I should wait until the dead of night and then sneak in and then start feasting upon the inhabitants of this, I guess, inn. They're over there. So let's just wait for a few hours until it gets nice and dark and we can... Oh, look at that. Okay, they're going to be asleep by now for sure. Yes, look, they're all going to their tents. Very nice. Very nice. And look at me just on here. Ready. Look at my eyes in the dark. Look at that's so awesome. I've not actually experienced in-depth playing as a vampire before. It's just never really, you know, it's never really spoken to me as a play style, but I'm feeling it this time. And this guard is still patrolling, which sucks. Everyone's asleep. Now I should be able to feast on this guy right now. Come on. That's it. Feed. Oh yes, it's working. Your vampiric powers recede as you feed. Okay, so that's what we want. They're receding, which means we can blend into the inhabitants. Hopefully our glowing eyes will go. Okay, one more feed before he comes back. Oh no, they're waking up. Oh, run out of here. We're not powerful enough to take these guys. Okay, we did one too many feeds, I think. We have a bounty on us now, so we should exit this area. Let's see. No, we've still got our vampire eyes. Okay. So that's been our first feed. We already ran out of town. She should become a vampire now, hopefully, and we shall spread our vampiric dominion over this land. Okay, so we currently have got a bounty, I believe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to approach this town, and if they do stop me and halt me, I will, you know, pay my fine and serve my time in jail, because I want to, you know, blend in with the town. I don't want to be a criminal on the run. My goal is to, you know, blend in with the town's citizenship. Now, actually, running towards this town, I think what we should do is get a cart and go to somewhere like Riverwood or Whiterun. I think that'll be a better spot for us to be. Winterhold is an okay town, but I think another town, like a small village to start with, like Riverwood, would be a lot better, because there's an inn there. We can pay to spend nights in the inn, and I think, you know, we don't have to buy a house straight off the bat. So let's go. I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
I think I've got enough gold to get me to Whiterun.
Climbing back and we'll be off.
There we are, climbing back. We've had 20 coins. That's very, very cheap. Oh, okay. Oh, your vampire blood boils. Okay, what I need to do is feed quickly before I become full vampire and I start getting attacked by the townspeople. Because essentially, if you don't know, if you do not feed enough, your vampire powers kind of become at their highest, and essentially they will spot you as a vampire and all the townspeople will kill you on sight. So yeah, what we want to do is feed to stop that from happening. Oh, whatever, they killed the giant. So yeah, let's head into the walls of Whiterun. We'll see what's up, see if we can do any good feedings, and then I think then we should head to Riverwood and live our life there for a bit in Riverwood, kind of live off the townspeople there for as long as possible, and then hopefully, you know, we can develop our vampire abilities, get ourselves a house, and then maybe start the Dawnguard quest line, and then further develop our vampire ways. So guards, they're watching us, they seem to be okay, not hostile against us at all. So it's the height of daytime, we probably won't be doing any feeding. Nighttime will be our feeding hour. If we do find someone sleeping, kind of, and we can get them undetected, we will feed, of course. We are going to be opportunistic as possible. But for now, we should just wait until nighttime because, you know, that's when it's going to be most likely to get people undetected. So let's rent a room. I can imagine a story that we could develop for this guy, like, a stranger comes into town one day, he only sleeps during the day, no one knows his true purpose for being here. So let's rent a room, sleep till nighttime. We currently have got 188 gold, so we can rent this room for as long as we need, really. We also have got gems and other assortments of goodies in our pockets to sell, so... Okay, I'm just going to wait until everyone goes to sleep, thank you. Sweet, okay, so let's wait. It's 11 AM, so let's wait 12 hours until it's 11 PM, where everyone should be sleeping. And then we can feed upon their blood, their succulent, juicy flesh. Okay, it seems that everyone is coming here to celebrate during the night time. No one's sleeping, it would seem. Alright, let's just get out of here and go to someone's house, pick their door, and then feast on them. Because it looks like we're not going to be getting any blood source here. Let's leave. Let's follow Ysolda. She lives on the outskirts of town, so let's follow her. And she will be our first victim. Ysolda will be our first victim. Okay, so Ysolda has gone into her house here, just on the outskirts of town, by herself. Perfect. I'm gonna wait for a little bit to make sure she's definitely asleep. And she hasn't locked her door. The door's not locked. She will learn the hard way to always lock your door. She thinks she is safe behind these walls. Little does she know. This is so creepy. Look at me just outside her window. Just, oh my god, that is so creepy, actually. Oh crap. Get out of here. Oh, that's lucky there. You managed to avoid him. Okay, so I think we should go in now and start feeding on Ysolda because we need a fresh blood supply. Hopefully she's in bed and not awake. Yes, there she is. Oh no, she woke up. She saw us. You know, guys, I think what we're going to need to do is definitely upgrade our sneak because she instantly woke up when we walked in there. I'm going to try again. That was annoying. Okay, there she is. Feed. Oh yes, there we are. That's what we wanted. Once more. Holy god, this is working like a charm. Let's keep feeding. This is exactly what we wanted. Just, yes, this is working like a charm. Does she die eventually if we keep on feeding? You know I'm kind of feeding a lot here, but you never know when you're going to get your next meal as a vampire in this town, so we should just bleed her dry, I guess. It would be interesting to know if citizens can become vampires. Okay, I'll feed once more. We've been overfeeding a lot. I don't think it's going to be doing any more kind of good for us after this, so... There we are. We want to keep her alive anyway, because she's a good source of... Oh, there we are. She just saw us, so let's get out of here. Okay, so we just fed on a lot of blood there. That's going to keep us going for a long time, actually. So, let's see our vampiric abilities. They're going to be lower, because we have fed, but that means we can blend in a lot easier. Okay, so that makes sense. Our curse now is very reduced. We can hide in plain sight, and we can become a citizen now. I don't currently own a house, but the inn will do for now. I think I should sleep till morning, and then head to Riverwood and begin feeding there. But Ysolda was a good target for sure. That worked like a charm. And honestly, right now I think I should end this episode here. I don't want to go on for too long. I don't want to make it short episodes either, but I don't want to go on for too long. So I think that will mark the end of the first episode. This has been a test episode, so feel free to tell me if you want to see more in the comments below. Any ideas on how I can develop this series and you know, awesome things to do as a vampire would be much appreciated. I'm thinking of going for the Dawn Guard route, because that'll bring the most content to this series. There's only so much feeding we can do and sneaking around we can do before it just becomes recycled and boring. So I think I should definitely head for the Dawn Guard playthrough at some point. I'm going to need to level up though, because it's going to be quite a hard playthrough. So yeah, feel free to leave me your thoughts if you like this in the comments below. Much appreciated as always. If you like what you see, feel free to leave a like, and if you do want to see more, consider subscribing. My friends, hitting that notification, that bell button also helps me a lot. Remember, your viewership is always appreciated. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.